All right, guys, here we go. This one is going to be a 40 Smith & Wesson test, and it is going to be the Federal Premium. This is the hydra-shok. We're going to be doing 155 grain versus 180 grain. We do not have the box, but that's okay. We still had a few loose rounds. That's what this one looks like. It does have that signature hydra-shok post in the center of that thing that was on the 155. This is the 180 grain. Both really good looking rounds, both pretty old school rounds, but they still work pretty good. And there's a kind of a difference you can tell. The 180 grain definitely has a wider, deeper cavity with a little bit thicker post compared to that 155. But we're gonna be going through the jugs. We got 10 lined up with 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on each side. We'll put a few through the chronograph, see what kind of numbers we get on this one, and then we'll send them through those jugs. Here we go. All right, here we go. First up is going to be 155 grain. First shot, 1055. Second shot, 1069. And third shot, 1063. So I was pretty consistent. I have tested these in the past and they were in the lower 1100s, but that's still pretty good. So we got a low, let's see. Low of 1055. Got our high of 1069. And our average of 1062. So we'll put energy foot-pounds up so you guys can get an idea what that's doing. Then we're going to go through the jugs. Let's see what these things can do. All right, here we go. We're going to step back to 15 feet, and the first one up is going to be the 155 grain. All right, let's check that out. That was definitely a soaker on that one. All right, so we do have our cotton t-shirt blew back over here where we were standing or kneeling down. See, it's pretty dirty, but there is the entry hole and there is our exit hole. That was our 4 layers. And we do have our second jug on the ground and first jug. Let's see. So it looks like we did go just a little bit high on that first jug, but that's okay. We should still have some decent results, but we blew that jug all apart. Look at that. Just ripped that thing to shreds. Lots of energy dump on that. It looks like we do have an exit right here. It's a pretty good size one too. But look at that jug. It's barely hanging on. But that is jug number 1. We got jug number 2. Let's see, here's our entry hole. Nice big entry hole. Blew out the whole right side on this one. Let's see, a little tiny split back here. Actually, that is our exit right up here. That is jug number 2. Then we have jug number 3. So we got an entry hole. Like I said, just a little bit high, but still not too bad. And here's our exit. That is jug number 3. Then, let's see, we have jug number 4, and it sounds like it is tumbling around in there. So got jug number 4 entry, and no exit. Definitely looks like it tried. So we will do the 180 grain, and then we'll pull both of them and see what they look like. All right, here we go. This one is going to be the 180 grain. First shot, 908. Second shot, 927. And our third shot on that is 907. So those were decently consistent. Let's see. So we got our low of 907.2. Got a high of 927.4. And our average on that was 914.2. So that's a little bit slow for 180 grain, but we are using that short barrel. So we'll put energy foot-pounds up. We're going to send it to the jugs. Let's see what this thing can do. All right, we are stepping back to 15 feet. This is going to be the 180 grain, and we do have our backstop up just in case. So let's see what this thing can do. All right, once again, that one was a soaker. Let's check it out and see how that one performed. So we do our cotton t-shirt, fell here on the ground. And we do have our entry, nice big old entry hole. And we do have our exit. That is our 4 layers. And we got our first jug. Looks like this one, a little bit better center shot. Check out that energy dump on that. Blew that jug in half, man. Split it wide open. That's crazy. Split the back, and we do have a pretty good size exit hole on that. Look at that. That is a lot of energy coming through. That is jug number 1. We got jug number 2. There we go. There's our entry hole right on top of that circle. Split the thing right in half. Pretty good split. Split back here by the handle, and we do have our exit hole. That is jug number 2. We got jug number 3. Same thing, traveling nice and straight through there. Got an entry hole, and we got another split back here by the handle. And we do have our exits. So that is jug number 3. That one is penetrating pretty deep. And we have, let's see, our jug number 4. And I'm not hearing it. So we do have our entry hole. And it does look like it actually came out. But we did not puncture or hit anything on that 5th jug. It does look like there's a little bit of a copper pedal sitting on the table. So we're going to have to go look for this one. So let's see if we can find it. All right, here we go. I was looking around for a while, and I was finally able to find that 180 grain. But let's check it out. This one is the 155. Got that uniform expansion. Super consistent. We actually have a piece of plastic and a plug of that cotton t-shirt there down in that hollow point cavity. Sitting there stuck to that post. That is one good looking round. And I have tested that one in the past, and it usually does pretty good, especially for that lighter round, lighter for caliber. And then this one is the 180 grain. Looks like that one did pretty darn good too. Pretty good. Peel those pedals back. And we got a lot of penetration on that one. Almost entered that 5th jug. You see a big old thick post down in the center of that hollow point cavity, but looking pretty good. You can actually see the texture pattern on that lead. You pretty much see it on both, but you can really see it on this 180 grain. But that's looking pretty darn good to me. These versus videos are pretty fun. But yeah, that one does have a little bit of material stuck in there still. But 155 grain, doing real good. Same with this one, just had to go looking for it. But that is 40 Smith & Wesson Federal hydra-shok 155 versus 180 out of the Glock 27. There we go.